Hey guys, welcome back to the channel as always. Now yesterday, January 5th, was a very exciting day for LEGO investors, and that is because the first retirement list of the year dropped courtesy of Brick Fanatics. So thank you very much, Brick Fanatics. Now I always get super excited when these lists come out because they are very helpful to us as LEGO investors. Now just to show how helpful they can be, I'm going to put on screen now the January 2022 list that Brick Fanatics published last year, and I'm going to focus on the Star Wars theme part of this list. So looking on screen now, you can see that Brick Fanatics estimated or predicted approximately 20 to 21 sets to retire at the end of 2022, and I think the only one they didn't get right was the Mandalorian the Mandalorian and Child Brickheads. So that just goes to show how accurate these lists can be and how reliable they can be even in the first month of the year. But anyway, less of the 2022 list. Let's head back to the exciting part of the video, which is the 2023 list. So here we are on the 2023 list, and I'm going to focus on the Star Wars part of this list just to draw some immediate comparisons, and that is the fact that in the past Brick Fanatics would only give you the set name and the set number, but now they add the price, the piece count and the release date. And I really welcome this change, so thank you Brick Fanatics for doing this, because basically in the past you had to hop from website to website to get all this information, and the fact that it's all in one place is just great. It's just time saving, so we can spend our time on more better things and deciding what sets we want to invest in. Now, one of the important bits of data on this table is the release date data. Now, I love release date data, and the fact it's now sitting here right next to the set is great, because it's a bit of data that often gets underappreciated by LEGO investors, and we really want to target LEGO sets with short shelf life. So that's LEGO sets that have been released not too long and then retire after not too much time. Because if you think about it, if you're targeting a LEGO set with a short shelf life, then it's spent less time on the shelves, and hopefully less of the general public would have acquired that set. On the flip side, if a LEGO set has stayed on the shelves for a long time, it's probably met the demand for that set while it was on the shelves being sold by LEGO, and probably won't have much demand for it once it does retire. And so there won't be much demand for it after it retires, because a lot of the general public would have already bought it. So we might have difficulty as LEGO investors selling LEGO sets that have exceedingly long shelf life. So but back to this list again. Now on this list there is lots and lots of sets, probably hundreds, so I can't talk about each set in too much detail because that would just be a long boring video, and I don't want to bore you to death. But what I will do is I've scanned the list and I've picked out some sets that have just jumped out at me that are quite interesting, and I'm just going to talk through each of those sets. So I'm going to do that now, so I hope you enjoy it. Okay, let's dive straight in with the Star Wars theme. Now the first set on the Star Wars theme that gains my interest is set number 75292, the Razor Crest. I really like this set. I think it's got a great price point. It's a great iconic ship, but even though it's blown up in the Mandalorian TV series, sorry if that's a spoiler, but the show's been out a few years now, I think it's a great set. I like the price points particularly because the UCS version has come out now priced at $519.99. The fact there's still a good £400 difference price point between the two sets suggests that the Razor Crest can grow before it starts to approach the higher price point of the UCS version. I feel it would cap out probably, or max out about $250, because if you think if it's going for about $300, if you're spending $300 on this one, then you may as well spend an extra £200 for the big UCS version. So it definitely has a cap on what the set will achieve, but I think $200 to $250 is probably a reasonable expectation. I'm not sure how long it will take to get there, but it's an iconic ship, and it's just something that's got my attention straight away. Next is set number 75312, which is the Boba Fett Starship. Now I know this is not one that's generally appreciated by LEGO investors, but it is the slave one. It's got a nice price point of £45. You can easily get this thing for about a third off throughout the year for about $30 if you're getting it with then some form of cashback gift cards, etc. as well. I think that's a great price to pay for this ship. I could easily see it selling back for its retail or about £50. So you're spending 30 or maybe a little bit less. I reckon this one will sell for 50 quite quickly. Next is 75326, which is Boba Fett's throne room. I really like this set. We haven't had a throne room in quite a few years now. It is a set they've done in the past. It is sets that do perform quite well. I'm not sure where we're standing with Disney and if there is going to be a follow-up season to the Book of Boba Fett, but if there was or if there is, this set will do well. And Boba Fett is obviously an iconic character of Star Wars and will remain popular. But as I said, this one has a retail for £89.99. Again, you can commonly get this thing for a third off for about 60, and again a bit less. So great set, and it's one I really like. Up next, we've got 75330, which is one of the dioramas, the Dagobah Jedi training diorama. Now, looking at that list, is it just the Dagobah Jedi training and the trench run of the trash compactor? Looks like for now it's rumoured to stay around another year. To be honest, between the two dioramas, I might end up getting both, but I prefer this one. I think it's more of an iconic scene with Luke trying to get the X-Wing out of the swamp. So I think that might resonate with a few more Star Wars fans. Obviously, the trench run is very iconic as well, but it just comes down to personal taste, and I love that scene where Luke's trying to lift the X-Wing with the Force. Up next, we've got set number 75342, the Republic Fighter Tank. Now, again, I really like this set. Unfortunately, it did have a price rise. It's now £39.99. It used to be £34.99. But it's still, it's still a reasonable price. I like it that the whole set is basically just a tank and exclusive minifigures. It's kind of win-win. There's no extra unneeded pieces like turrets or anything like that. It's just a tank and just the figures. Now, as I said, it does contain exclusive figures, and it is a retail exclusive in the UK to Tesco, so it might be quite difficult to gain this or gain good quantities of this particular set. But I do like it. I think it might follow the footsteps of the Armoured Assault Tank, which just retired at the end of 2022. Now, I actually much prefer this Republic Fighter Tank to the Armoured Assault Tank, but even now, that Armoured Assault Tank is still going for about 50 at the moment on eBay, and I'm only drawing comparisons between the two because the Armoured Assault Tank contains exclusive orange Ahsoka clones, and this one it contains exclusive purple clones, which I think are exclusive to Mace Windu in the set. But that's why I'm drawing the comparisons there. But I really like that Republic Fighter Tank. And the last Star Wars set that's caught my attention is set number 75343, the Dark Trooper helmet. Now, I recently put out a video saying how you'd be foolish not to invest in helmets this year following the successes of all the previous Star Wars helmets that has retired. And I don't think the Dark Trooper helmet will be an exception to that rule. The only drawback I can immediately see is that if there is only one helmet retiring, that means a lot of investors might all pile in and buy that helmet, whereas before, when there was a range of helmets retiring, it would at least dilute how much of each particular one was getting hoarded. But the fact now, if anyone wants to invest in a Star Wars helmet, this has got to be the one they choose. So that is a slight drawback, but it's still a helmet. It might have had an increase in the recommended retail price from 55 to 60, but it is a retailer exclusive in the UK to Hamleys, and I'm guessing it's also a retailer exclusive worldwide because that's kind of what LEGO tend to do. And it's a new character come up with the Mandalorian TV show, I believe. But, it's a helmet, it's exclusive, it's a new character that hopefully will continue to feature in the Star Wars universe. So I think, again, if you can get this thing on a good sale, it's a good set to invest in. Okay, up next, let's dive into the Ideas theme. Now, two sets from the Ideas theme have caught my eye, and the first is the Winnie the Pooh set number 21326. Now, I really like this set because on face value, it's very, very charming set. I think it's very well designed, it's very colourful, contains all the main characters in Winnie the Pooh, and also it's a standalone set. We haven't had any Winnie the Pooh sets released under the Disney theme, which is something I really like. So it is like a one-of-a-kind set. Now, it isn't exclusive in the UK to Argos, which is great. I like the retail price on it as well of $89.99. It means you can get it a good discount if one does come. I know when it first came out it was reduced to $48, but commonly in the most recent Black Friday it was reduced to $72. Now, I feel if you can buy the set for the right price, and that would be $60 and under, I can't see you going wrong for this set. As I said, I think it's very charming, it's very giftable, it's very displayable. Up next, I really like the Fender Stratocaster, set number 21329. And for quite similar reasons to the Winnie the Pooh, I believe this set is a very giftable set. It is something that people who like Lego will see it and give to other people that are heavily into their guitars, heavily into their music. But it is an Ideas set, and unfortunately it did have a price rise. I believe this set was originally retailed at $89.99 and has now gone up to $115. But there are still some good things about this set. It is a retail exclusive in the UK to Amazon, and again, it's a set we have not really seen anything like this before. We've definitely not seen a buildable guitar before, so it's very unique, and I feel that might do good things for this set. Okay, up next, let's take a look at the Marvel theme. Now, the first set that's caught my eye is the Venom bust, or the Venom helmet, set number 76187. Now, Venom will hopefully follow the footsteps of the Carnage helmet. Now, obviously the Carnage helmet was a retailer exclusive in the UK to Zavvi, so it would have been harder to get in high numbers, but arguably I would say Venom is probably a more popular character than Carnage. And again, it's a helmet, it's got a price point of £60 now. It did have an original recommended retail price of £55, so unfortunately it has increased, but it's a Marvel helmet. Hopefully it will follow in the footsteps of Carnage. Hopefully it will follow in the footsteps of the Iron Man helmet. So I think this set is a no-brainer if you can get it at the right price, that being 40 or less. Up next, this is a set that could do well, could not do well, but it is something I'm going to invest in, and it is the Guardians ship, set number 76193. Now, why I really like this set is that it's a very displayable model. It is an iconic ship from the Guardians of the Galaxy movies, I believe. Now, something that made me more interested in the ship was the release of another Marvel, the Avengers ship. Is it the Quinjet? I might be pronouncing that completely wrong, but I will put an image on screen of the set I'm referring to that got released the start of this year, January 1st. Now, as you can see side by side, these ships here, they have the same displayability. I think they have the same transparent display stands, and it kind of makes me think that LEGO might be going in the direction of pushing these collectible, buildable Marvel ships. So to me, it's starting to look like there's an element of collectability there, which makes me interested in this Guardians ship. Now, obviously, it contains the Guardians of the Galaxy crew. Obviously, it has the price point, which is now high at £139.99, and in the past, it is a set that has been heavily discounted at times. I think one of the ones that sticks to my mind is Costco, where it went down to 70 or 80. So I think you'd have to buy in this set at the right price, but if you do, I think it will do quite well. And the last set is a very interesting set. It's Thor's Hammer, set number 76209. Now, this is a set I'm very excited about, and it's a LEGO set I'm definitely going to be investing in. Now, on the face of it, the set looks quite dull. As I said, it is just a big hammer and lots of grey pieces. But I'm trying to think of something that's more iconic to the MCU or the Marvel Comics than this hammer. It might be Captain America's shield, or it might be something to do with Iron Man, but it's definitely up there with some of the most iconic things in the, as I said, a part of the Marvel universe. Now, I believe this set has a retail of £104.99 and is exclusive to Zavvi in the UK. Now, I just can't see this set not being a winner. It's not performing that well at the moment, obviously, because it's still available to sell. But I can honestly see the demand for this set being huge. It's just a very displayable piece. It's a retail exclusive. It's got a lovely display plate. I honestly just love the set, and it's something that I think will do really well. Obviously, something might happen throughout the year that might change my opinion, but right now, in January 2023, that set to me is a winner. Okay, up next we're looking at Harry Potter, and one set has particularly caught my eye in the Harry Potter lineup that's retiring this year, and that is the set number 76408, 12 Grimmauld Place. Now, it might have quite a high retail for this one, but it's a set that has caught my eye because it's almost, and I mean almost, a Harry Potter modular. My understanding, thinking back to when I read the Harry Potter books, like this is that hideout of the Order of the Phoenix. Again, I might be wrong, but that's what I think it is. And as I said, the building almost looks like a modular, so I can imagine there being a lot of demand for this set from LEGO fans wanting to incorporate it in their LEGO cities. Now, it is, as I say, it's almost a modular because it's tall but not very deep. So I think LEGO fans might buy two of these and then do some form of mock to make it a slightly better building. But I do like that it looks like a modular, and I feel that will drive demand for this set. I say, other than that, it is a unique Harry Potter set, and it is a set that they've definitely not done before. Now, that's the main set from the Harry Potter theme that interests me. One that I will also just give a slight mention to is the Hedwig set. Now, The Hedwig set is a great set. It is good, and hopefully it will follow the footsteps of the Forks. It's Hedwig is more popular than Forks. I think you can be quite confident in saying that. Obviously, the difference is that Hedwig has been out a long time, and it has been discounted many times. So, has the demand been met for this set during its shelf life, or will there be any demand for the aftermarket? It's hard to say. But it is a set I like. I'm on the fence whether I will invest in it or not. So I was really hoping the Hungarian Horn Tower would be on the retirement list for this year. It's not. So the only other magical creature that's on the chopping block is Hedwig. I still like it, so I probably still will buy it. But I think you have to buy it for now 20 or less to really compete with other resellers. Okay, up next, let's have a look at LEGO Icons, and quite a few LEGO Icon sets take my fancy this year, so I will only touch on a few details of a few sets. The first being the NASA Apollo 11 lunar lander. Now, space sets have proven to be great sets for resellers. You just got to see the previous performance of Saturn V and the International Space Station. Now, those sets have already just exploded in price, and I can't see why the lunar lander will be any different. It's got a nice price point of £89.99. It's exclusive to Smith's Toys in the UK, which is a shame because, well, it's good that it's a retail exclusive, but it's a shame it's an exclusive to Smith's because they are very stingy with their discounts. But they do discount this thing to about 20% off at best, so it goes down to about 72. So I think that is a good price point to pay for this set because it will fit very well and snugly in between a space display. Between if you already own the space station and if you already own the Saturn V, you're going to want the lunar lander. So I can see this performing similarly to those previous two sets. Up next, we've got the Bookshop. Now, the Bookshop is a LEGO set. It's a modular. Now, we didn't see any modulars retire last year, but we have got two on the retirement list this year. We've got this one and the Assembly Square. Now, this one gets my vote over the Assembly Square, basically because of the new price point of the Assembly Square. It used to be, what, 180, and it's now at 250, 260. That combined with its exceedingly long shelf life, for me, makes the Assembly Square not a great set for a LEGO investor. The Bookshop, on the other hand, also did experience a price rise. It was priced initially at 150, now I believe it's 170. But the Bookshop for me is quite charming, and I do like that price point. I feel that if you can get this set for 20% to 30% off, getting it for that 120 to 130 pound zone, I feel if you're getting it for that price point, it won't take much for this thing to grow to 200. So the Bookshop gets my vote over the Assembly Square. But up next, we've got the Friends Apartments. Now, this is set number 10292. Now, I really like the Friends Apartments because I feel it really complements the Friends Central Park. Now, the Friends Central Park was an idea set that retired last year at the end of 2022, and it was a set that stayed on the shelves longer than most idea sets do. I can't remember the exact date, but I think it must be 3 to 4 years, and I just feel the fact that this Friends Apartment hasn't been on the shelves too long and it's now retiring at the end of this year suggests that there'll be a lot more people out there in the world that own the Central Park than own the Friends Apartment. So I believe once owners of the Central Park realised next year that there was also a Friends Apartments that was released as well, but it's now unavailable, they'll want it to put in a display alongside the Central Park. So I feel the fact that it complements the Central Park really well as a good element of collectability, alongside the fact that it is a retail exclusive to Zavvi in the UK, and so retail exclusives are always good. It did experience a price rise. I can't remember its initial price, it was like 120, 130, and now I believe it's 160. So it has gone up a few pounds, but I do like the set, so if you can get it for the right price, it will be a good set to invest in my opinion. But up next on my penultimate set that's caught my eye for the Icons is the Galaxy Explorer, set number 10497. Now, this set has caught my eye basically for the nostalgia feel. Obviously, I might have been alive when this first Space Sets came out. I'm 31 now. But I like this set for the price point and the short shelf life. It came out last year. It's scheduled to retire at the end of this year. As I said, it's $89.99. I can't remember where this set is also sold by LEGO, but $89.99. If you can get a good 20 to 30% off this set, I recommend, not recommend, but I feel that would be a good discount for it to do well. I would say pay 60 to 70. That will leave this set good room to grow, and I like that the whole set again is a good spaceship. Okay, and the last set that's caught my eye is, it could be a dark horse. It's the 76989, the Horizon Forbidden West tall neck. Now I like this set because it's a very unusual set. It's a Lego set associated with a video game. Now we don't get many of those sets, bar obviously the Super Mario where there's 100 sets which are all, well, not overall great, but we'll see. There's a Lego set that I'm going to invest in later on in this video, but we'll get to that. The tall neck, why has it caught my eye? As I said, because it's an original piece, it's an unusual piece. It's got a great retail of £79.99. So I believe if you get this thing on discount, it again leaves it room to grow. Hopefully there'll be more Horizon video games in the future. I have no idea about that because I said this is just first impressions, so I'll do a bit of research into that. But if there is games coming out to support this Lego set, then I feel it will be a good set. As I said, it's an original piece and it just stands out. It's different. Okay, up next, now as I just mentioned Super Mario, I will just reveal there is one Super Mario set that's retiring at the end of 2023 that does interest me, and that is set number 71374, which is the NES, or in other words, the Nintendo Entertainment System. Now this set has caught my eye just because it's highly unusual. It's a buildable video games console. It's going to have different target audiences. This set it's going to have the obviously Lego fans, but also fans of the NES, those that owned the NES back in the day. Will give them a kind of nostalgia feeling. So I feel this set is very giftable. People will buy this set to give to their dads, to give to their uncles, to give to their brothers. So I feel this set definitely has a good giftability. But yeah, it's very unusual. It's quite iconic console from Nintendo, so I feel it'll probably do okay. Now, I feel like in this video I'm already chatting much longer than I wanted to, and the video is probably becoming too long, so I'm just now going to touch on a few other sets that have caught my eye. I won't say much about them. So the first is the Ninjago set 71738 Zane's Titan Mech Battle. Up next, we've got Creator. I like the 31132, the Viking ship, and the Midgard Serpent, and I like the 40460 Roses. For Disney, we've got the 43202, the Madrigal House. For Avatar, I haven't yet listed any sets that catch my eye. I think Brick Fanatics rumoured a few to retire, but I've only seen Avatar 1, I haven't yet seen Avatar 2, so I will do more research into those sets. Obviously there's many more Avatar films coming out, so I feel the fact that these are a brand new theme, a brand new wave of Lego sets suggests that there is potential with the Avatar range, so I will definitely consider investing in them, but more research is needed into the Avatar theme. For Brickheads, I like 40632 Aragon and Arwen, and I like 40631 Gandalf the Grey and the Balrog. And for Minecraft, I like the Llama Village. So there you go. Now, as I said, this is just my first impressions. Now, throughout the year, I will do some much more in-depth net investment analysis videos. But just quickly scanning the list, I just wanted to talk about the ones that have caught my eye. Now, if you like any of those Lego sets, please leave the comments in the below saying why. Or if there are any that I've just quickly overlooked in my initial scan, please let me know why I've missed them, or which ones I missed and why you think they will be good. But as always, guys, thank you for watching this video. It always means a lot, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one.